This is Beaverville. Come on in.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
It's Bob here. I got a question.
You'll be salivating when you see it.
I woke up yesterday morning with a spring in my step.
Start later, please.
I could never know what the day was.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang.
Yes.
Boy, that is good news.
It is the 14th day of March 2025, and it's Friday. And here we are. It's the Power Trip Morning Show. Just walked in with Creasel. He's here. I think Mark Parrish is coming in, Marty Gellner, and a brand new friend from KFAN coming in as well. So lots to get to on today's show. Shall we get her started with some comedy? Jason Love on cereal and Spam. That sounds delicious. It's the Power Trip Morning Show on a Friday morning. Come on in. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, when I was a kid, my mom wouldn't let me eat sugar, which is child abuse, right? My friends were having Cap'n Crunch and Cocoa Puffs. I just sit down to shredded wheat. Not the cute ones with the frosted tips. Bales of hay. Just, it's all right, Mom. I'm just mashing the rotting bananas. We'd get shredded wheat for breakfast, and then at night she'd turn around and serve Spam. Right. I'm like, do you care about us or not? We don't even know what's in Spam. Whatever didn't make it into the hot dog. I mean, they leave the slime right in there. What does it matter? Just no expiration date. Best if not used, really. You know, the email in your junk folder at home? There's a reason they call that Spam.
The finish line is waiting.
Hi, meat.
Fate is on your side. You hear the distant thunder. There's lightning in your stride.
Welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show, Friday, March 14th. It's Pie Day. It's the old Pie Day. You know? Cute, right? Pie Day.
Pie.
Yep. Corey Cove, Chris Hockey, Meat Sauce,
my
Paul
pie.
Lambert. There's Zach Halverson. There's John Creasel. John Creasel, you're, I think, all of our pie. That's my pie.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It's good to be here.
Take it to the top.
Take it to the top.
Do I seem different to you guys today?
Why?
I'm a huge stage
Because you have
star.
grease lightning?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
I screwed him up like one of my 4 lines.
Oh, no.
No, it was fine. It was good. It was a lot of fun. It was fun. It's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. My wig is both tragic and beautiful at the same time.
So is it only one show?
I did it last night, and I'm going to do it again in June. And,
man.
It's fun. And they're going to expand my role a little bit, apparently, in June.
That means
sweet.
you did well.
Man, I'll tell you, John, I've been on stage since I was 15 years old. I was never more nervous than I was last night.
Well, because it's different from what you're used to.
Yeah, and they're so good. Everybody, have you been to a show, Shan?
I haven't.
Man, I would encourage it. If you
My
wanna
wife just wanted to go, so I think I should take her.
and especially
Throw
Grease.
the boots to her afterwards.
Great idea. And Grease is it's hilarious. It's really well done, and it's so much raunchier on stage. Apparently, it was originally a musical, and then they made it the movie. It's so raunchy and it's so funny, and there's so many Power Trip fans in the cast because they're local people, but they do 8 shows a week.
Jeez.
Through October.
That's brisk.
Yeah. And they found a way to throw me into it. And the guy who plays Kaneki, I kept during my scene, I'm a radio DJ from the hand jive scene.
Oh, yeah.
And he kept yelling things because the kids are being loud and doing stuff during the hand jive scene. And he kept yelling things at me from the front, like Power Trip quotes from the stage, trying to distract me, making me laugh. It was fun, man. It was a great experience, and it was really neat.
It's fun to get outside the comfort zone.
Yeah,
So what do you mean you botched one of your 4 lines?
I walk on stage and he introduces me as myself, but I'm supposed to be a DJ in 1959, and so I go, "Thank you, Vince. Thank you, Miss Lynch, and thank you for having me tonight at the Moonlight in the Tropics." Right? but I said midnight in the tropics. And I did it during rehearsal, and I got it in my head that I was going to not do it. And so I did it again. I said midnight.
Yep.
It's no big deal. You know,
Like golf, if you're like, don't hit it into the water,
exactly.
don't hit it into your mind goes, water.
Talked myself right into it. Yep. But then I have a couple other lines and they're dancing and stuff, and they're, but it's so fun.
How many rehearsals did you do?
2. Just 2, and a couple of weeks ago and then last night, but it's,
and they picked up for, because obviously
they played along.
You could have said blah, 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 there, and they know that then they have to say something anyway. So they're professionals,
and they're prepared for everything. And it's fun to be backstage looking at how they communicate with each other. And you know, they do it so much; it's rote for them right now. So I think it was fun for them to have somebody come on stage and screw something up. You know, but it was
sweet.
It was fun, and I don't, nobody in the audience noticed it at all. But it was cool, and so I think I'm allowed to say the date, June 17th. I'll be back out there and doing it again, and I get to sing a song. I think.
Sweet, man!
So,
yes,
yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool. It's way more work than you could do and have a second job. That's a real freaking job, man.
I bet. Yeah,
I can't even imagine remembering all those lines. I can remember 4. You know?
But a lot of people couldn't imagine going on stage and singing songs, songs that they wrote and remembering every line. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's, if you did it a bunch, you would get in the groove and it would be second nature to you.
We should do a power trip musical.
That'd be funny.
That'd be awesome.
That would be funny.
No.
Why not?
I'm not a musical guy.
No.
I'll be a stage hand.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man.
Couldn't be a stage foot. Have you, speaking of Grease, did you ever play the Grease slot machine back in the day?
What?
It was fantastic.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I forgot all about it, dude. That's completely disappeared.
We're talking, and there are a lot of those, unlike Buffalo and a lot of the staples. Slot machines don't have a long shelf life, but that was, 2012? I feel like 2012, 2013, it was everywhere. I loved it. You get in a bonus, and it plays just bangers from that movie.
Oh, that movie is great.
I wonder how rich the person who came up with the Buffalo slot machine is.
Has to be, and maybe it's like the Cheeto Flamin' Hot dude. That was he was a janitor and came up with
that's that's almost exactly what I'm asking. Is it just like, cool, this is your job, so you don't get anything else, or wow, you just changed the whole game?
So you're asking, does he work for iHeart?
Pretty much.
So it's Aristocrat Technologies who they make the Buffalo machine. They have it licensed, all of that. It'll be like, we need a new machine. All right, Buffalo Super Bonus Gold and Silver. Awesome. And there's a line at the slot machine still. It's the best.
Can you imagine the line at the slot machine, Corey, if they made a Grand Theft Auto slot machine or a Red Dead Redemption? I mean, imagine that.
The issue with it is a while back, and our friends 500 by Midnight podcast, he'd been in here a couple times. I think it was his wife that did a research paper on slot machines, how it works, how it does it, all that stuff. And I believe it was her that had said the licensing, when it's a movie or something, cuts their margin so huge. And
I believe that, sure.
And so they do it to just get butts in the seats. Like the Wheel of Fortune, I want to know, I know for a fact, I read somewhere that Sajak was getting like $15 million a year, and same with Vanna White, just for those slot machines.
Get out of here.
Wow.
Man, what a good gig.
Right. And so,
how do we get a Power Trip slot machine?
Right.
I want to retire.
Me too. You want to?
Let's go.
So you think if it's a movie like Grease, a massive, a classic, what that cost? And that was a Valley Technology
like the Game
slot
of
machine.
Thrones slot machine.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you don't see those very often, but those, at least there were different iterations of them. So clearly it was working.
What would the bonus be in GTA? Because in Red Dead, you'd be like, we're going to Valentine.
You're going to Valentine to take a bath.
Bathtub bonus. Yeah.
You want a finger.
Oh, my.
Come on.
And then there would be moments where you hit a bonus, and then Arthur's soul would just come down and bless you with the slot machine. Yeah.
The I've got a plan bonus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That'd be great. Yeah.
I was having a good day on Wednesday, and then you had to ask me that.
Yeah, sorry.
On camera,
Yeah,
too.
sorry.
I wasn't prepared.
Well, see, that would be great if you ran out of money. If Dutch just goes, I need more time.
Yeah, brilliant.
that's what I'm
yeah.
For every time your wife or
And
husband's
Hawkins
like,
go,
all right,
all
you're out of
right.
money. That's enough.
Instead of that-
Dutch said we have a plan and we need more time.
Instead of that terrible sound, that clank, 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 where it sounds like you're hitting a soup can.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that sound sucks.
Awful.
Awful.
And then Tim says, another 100?
Yeah, oh, yeah, sure. Why not?
As he's straddling the side of the machine.
As he's stretching so he can
Yeah.
get ready to power thrust.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's time to power thrust.
Yeah.
I think we should change the name of the morning show to that.
Power thrust morning show. I like it.
Me too.
Maybe just on Fridays even.
Yeah,
You
or-
could see how it works for a while.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah. Hey, whatever, man. I don't care.
Whatevs.
Slot machine.
So Kriesel is here. Marnie Gellner in a little bit. Mark Parrish in a little bit. Morgan Wolf from Care 11 makes her Power Trip and Initials debut at 8:15.
She sounds like a country singer. Doesn't she?
Yeah.
Morgan
Yeah.
Wolf's coming in
Yeah.
to play her new single. These things ain't made for walking.
Your mic's on. Your mic is on.
My mic is on?
Yeah. Yep. Whoa.
And Sauce, you've met her.
Yeah, she's very nice.
Yeah, I was wondering,
Yeah.
what is the connection there?
She had me on Care 11 after McCarthy got hurt and was doing this bit about Vikings fans and how frustrated it is to be a Vikings fan. And then half of the bit was just basically Muppet sitting on the couch because she looks so sad.
Like I said, that's what I referenced a couple days ago.
Yeah.
When Morgan Wolf and the camera person left Sauce's house that day, the camera person must have been, what have I done with my life?
Yeah, why him?
I got into this for the news, for journalism, and I just went to a random man's house and he was talking about how bummed he is McCarthy's hurt.
Yeah,
What am I doing?
2 sizes too small Grateful Dead t-shirt.
And then there's, you had the moment probably where you're like, I'm at a point now that the news is at my house asking me how I feel about it. Like,
Yeah.
if that was me back in the day, I would have been on suicide watch. They'd have had my shoelaces gone.
Yeah. It was
like when Dante devastated his knee.
Oh, that
or was it both knees?
So at that interview, did you say that you were devastated or super pumped?
I think I said I was devastated. I say one or the other all the time, I think. Yeah, I was devastated.
You felt like a slot machine that had been pounded by Tim?
Yeah, I was, it was not fun. But, here we are.
You know what's not fun is being in a plane that catches on fire.
Yeah, how about that?
Man, what is going on?
Great spot to have them hang out, too.
Unbelievable. Sheesh.
Just some shrimp on the Barbie?
Yeah, I know. Man, the damn thing caught on fire on the runway.
I would have been fine standing there. These feet can't get hot.
Yeah, that's right.
I might have been stuck.
Standing on a wing.
My rubber feet would have been adhered to the plane.
What's going on, Zacho?
I mean, I guess I used to think, well, maybe we just haven't heard of this. Like they haven't been reporting it as much.
No.
But I feel like we would have heard about a plane catching on fire.
Yeah.
Did they get to ride the slides? That's what I want.
Ladders. They brought out ladders.
Well, that's no fun.
Make them work.
Not very handicap friendly either.
The only benefit of having your plane catch on fire is you get to go down the chutes, not the ladders.
Yeah. I don't know why they brought out the ladders, not the chutes. At that point, though, I'm jumping. You got to get away from the fire.
There's other exits. I know that there's one not on the wing. So why did they not go up there? Yeah. It's weird. I don't know the full story, but I caught enough of it that it made me say, what in the hell?
I actually have a what do you call it? Not a pilot, a passenger. I have a passenger who talked to the press and told the whole story about what exactly happened. I can play it for you after the break.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Not coming in studio, though, right?
Oh, no, not this one.
No. That guy was great.
And I have this, by the way, Corey. I love this. And if you guys ever wonder what it sounded like in my hometown when I was a young man, this is what it sounded like. You ready?
Oh, my lordy.
Yeah. Yeah. You had a lot of people that said, oh, my lordy.
I did.
Yep.
Yeah. This lady wanted her pizza, and there was an alligator under her car, so the pizza delivery person couldn't get to her. And the police officer said, there's an alligator. Don't come in your house. And she goes,
oh, my lordy.
Oh, my lord.
I mean, what else can you say? I mean,
right.
Again, why do people live where there are dinosaurs? I don't understand it.
Oh, my Lord.
Gators are fine.
No.
I heard you guys talking about the golf. I've golfed around gators a handful of times. No big deal. You just, if you hit the ball over there, you don't go and fetch it.
You know what you say?
Oh, my lordy.
You do?
Oh, my lordy.
So, how many times have you been golfing at Golden Valley and like on hole 7, you're like, oh crap, a stegosaurus? Like,
zero. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about those triceratops at hole 12.
Yeah.
They won't give you no trouble.
Nice job, Corey. Now, when he's golfing there's going to be people in costumes, a Stegosaurus costume or a T-Rex costume.
The only thing I have to worry about
harassing him.
That's how you know I won the lottery.
Right. The only thing I worry about at the club at Golden Valley is if I bring common is him talking to my backswing. That's all I got to worry about.
Was that a golf joke?
Yeah, it's constant.
You can't do it to him, though, right?
No. He talks the whole time.
Just look at him and go, oh, my Lord. And they go, Baba Booey.
I love that bit. That's such an old bit. I laugh every time somebody hits a monster drive and somebody just yells, Baba Booey.
Way better than get in the hole.
Yeah, that's dumb.
So if you happen to be at the Players this weekend and you're listening to this, please shout, oh, my Lordy, after somebody.
Or kiss me.
Yeah, or kiss me.
And there's such a difference between oh, my Lord and oh, my Lordy.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I love it so much. I love that woman. Oh, my Lordy.
Vikings still don't have a backup quarterback, but they're wheeling and dealing with some other stuff as well. We'll talk about that and more. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
Well, there must be someone. Oh, my lordy.
The Power Hour goes live at KFAN.com/watch starting around 8 a.m. You can watch it again, KFAN.com/watch. All thanks to Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed.
And shout out to my buddy C Cups, my Army buddy who listens every Friday and always texts me. And we refer to him as C Cups.
Yeah.
Because he had a great set.
Good for you, C Cups.
We'd always say, hey, let's peel those out.
Yeah.
He would, and we'd just go to work on those things.
I'd also like to see your top.
You know what I say to C Cups? Prove it.
Hope you're having a great day, Ness.
Let's see them things.
Let's see them hoots.
Right, Cor?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you guys do you, I guess.
Like, you're not going to take a gander?
Yeah, you'd look.
You're going to take a gander?
Good sized pepperoni nips, too, unlike your uncle, who has just the most amazing nipples I've ever seen.
By the way, yeah.
I still feel that to be an statement.
No.
Oh, my Lord.
Well, because at the slot machine, they come out.
Yeah, oh yeah, they have to.
No, they don't. I'm glad they do.
There's a story on CNN.com right now. Headline, and I just read the story, but the headline is, this male octopus poisons the female during mating to avoid being eaten. And it talks about how the male blue-lined octopus have evolved to use venom to immobilize females so they don't get eaten when they're getting it on.
They learned it from Cosby and Sharper?
Pretty much. But it's essentially self-defense. It's sexual cannibalism, apparently pretty big in the old octopus world.
Jeez. Just a preemptive strike.
Man.
Yeah.
Dahmer should have gone under the sea.
Right, so now they poison the females to temporarily immobilize them so they can't eat them.
Corey, is that part of the plot line to the new Venom movie?
That could have been interpreted 5 different ways.
Yeah.
He
Venom
did
is
go
such
under
a
the
cool
sea.
word.
It is. Do you want to hear something about rabbits I didn't know till Joel McHale was on with Jimmy Kimmel?
Sure.
But our one rabbit, at one point, they were battling each other. We noticed, we took him to the vet, and he's like, yeah, this one rabbit has eaten the testicles off the other. And I was like, that's quite the fight. And wow. And we said, well, why would he eat the testicles of the other rabbit? He goes, well, just in case a female rabbit shows up. And I was like, we don't have any female rabbits. And he was like, tell the bunnies that. They don't.
Well, you're on kind of the perfect show now, it turns out, for this kind of behavior, huh?
Animal control. That is called a transition.
Yeah,
There you go. Did you know a rabbit will eat the other rabbit's testicles?
No.
Man, what a thing if humans had, taken a left at that stop sign, and that's how we competed for dominance.
Man, the animal kingdom is bizarre, right?
Yeah.
All's fair in true love and war, I guess.
Yeah,
if you think a female might show up
Okay.
You eat the balls off of your competitors.
Yeah.
Gee.
That's not if one's around and you're like, I really want that bunny.
Right.
No, that's my bunny. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah? Well, then I'm going to eat your balls, Button Bar.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's just there's no female anywhere near them.
No.
And
But
they
just in case.
Just in case. Those
Do you
things got to go.
Spit them out. Do you have to eat them?
Well, I don't know if he consumes them.
eat
If
them,
you're
you
not
just
him,
have
you
to
gotta chew 'em
eliminate
off. They
them.
got no- Here's the other question I have for you guys,
Tommy
which I find
wishes
to
he
be...
was a rabbit.
It's like
Quite
when people
fascinating.
fire those ping pong balls out.
How did the rabbits back in the day know that that's how you had kids?
Right.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Right? That's amazing.
Great
Yeah.
question.
Great question,
I
Hogs.
bet those things dangling down there. And do they dangle on a rabbit? I don't think they do. Do they dangle? Are they outside the body on a rabbit? I got to find that.
They're already kind of low to the ground. I doubt they dangle because they'd be dragging. Another way for their predators to track them. They would know it's a male.
They're
They'd see
out
the little
there.
hops and then they'd see just a bag drag mark.
They're dragging on the floor.
I mean, honestly, if you're a rabbit and you're out there listening,
Oh, look at them.
I would just suggest flat out murder. Just kill the opponents
the
instead of
rabbit.
castrating them. Just kill them.
it. Yeah. Why are you wasting time eating their balls?
Right, because what happens if a female rabbit shows up
Harbor
and
hour.
she feels just terrible for the male bunny that
Yeah.
had his balls bitten off?
Yeah.
He's not going to be able to procreate with that rabbit, but you might have burned the bridge with that female. Like now she thinks you're an a-hole.
I'll tell you, she ain't going to kiss you, that's for sure.
Brilliant.
You know what I'm saying? So just kill the other rabbit.
Yeah, kill
God.
the rabbit.
Your
do
breath
that.
smells like nutsack.
Let's see, I've tasted this before.
Yeah.
What does this remind me of?
Tommy's like, kiss me again, please.
And also too is you have the sympathy from the gal at that moment. You can't capitalize on it.
No.
Can't say, to make me feel better. Good old fashioned.
Yeah, no, there's rabbits like, if I had hands, I'd get a gun because I have no reason to live.
Yeah.
He
What's
just
the
chewed
point?
my
Put me down.
testicles off. Not only did he beat
What's
me up,
the
he chewed my
point?
testicles off.
No. That's one way to not steal your women, right, Hogs?
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I could have chewed off some testicles.
Yeah.
Never came to mind.
Man, animals are weird.
It is interesting that there is some sort of a moral quandary involved in that they'll bite the balls but not kill the other
Yeah.
person in pursuit.
Yeah,
Maybe-
I mean,
yeah.
you make the other rabbit superfluous, like in Rabbit Kingdom lore. Like, what's that got to do with this rest of his life now? He ain't got no ball.
Yeah, what's the purpose? Because aren't animals' purpose just to reproduce?
Procreate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't say this in my speaking engagements, but the first thing I was
talk
told
balls?
when I woke up in the ICU that I asked, I was saying, "Where's my D? It's gone.
Oh.
It's gone."
Oh, no.
And that's when they took my hand and I was like, "No, there you is."
Oh,
You promise me if you ever get a TED Talk to please say that.
I'll just slide that in.
Just
Because then I go straight to the part where I'm concerned about the well-being of my friends, obviously. But first, you got to get down to brass tacks and say,
yeah, right.
where is it? And you guys have seen the picture. It was there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was propped up on a large beanbag,
Yeah,
basically. But
There's a lizard on a rock.
So that shows, though, that is our instinct. I was still basically half in a coma and was yelling that.
Gross.
So rabbits, just deep down, they're like, here is one way to limit the competition. Chomp!
Let me ask you another question about
Balls?
balls, but what do you call it when selection and
Evolution.
Yeah, evolution. Corey, let me ask you, you're a smart guy. Why isn't every rabbit that we see in the wild, why the ones that survived, why don't they have giant fangs?
Yeah.
You know?
Or why aren't they born
Because
with nut cups?
You would think
Well,
they
there you
don't
go.
have a lot of time to get the job done.
Yeah.
Because if you'd be like, hey,
Yeah.
son of a bitch. These are my nuts.
Yeah.
what's up, Jack?
Yeah, you just go,
Stay
hold
away
on.
from my.
Jack Lemaire?
Or
He's
do they
there.
trick them and go, hold on, I'm going to do this? And they're like, ah!
I guess they got those two teeth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The giant incisors. Is that the only
Probably
teeth they
one
have?
little slice there.
It's got to happen quick, though. Otherwise, the other bunny's going to fight back.
Ugh.
What if they both?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
There has to be a video.
If
of
you
this
look
thing.
mine, I'll let go yours.
Yeah, it's kind of like a rabbit 69 to the death. It's whoever's balls pop up first is the loser.
I think this might be the one time, because, anytime you're watching any of these Animal Planet or any of these nature documentaries, they're recording it. and they stay uninvolved, like they're not there. They don't intervene, no matter how gruesome or crazy it is.
Or hot.
Or
Okay.
This might be the one situation that they're like, hey, you son of a bitch, don't be biting his balls.
Well, imagine being the first scientist to or a researcher to find that out. Like, yeah, sir, they're eating each other's balls.
Yeah, they'd be like, you're lying. This doesn't happen.
Lordy.
Oh, my God.
Well, how about, let's go all the way back. How about you're the first octopus that has the mutation that has the toxin or the venom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as all of your other buddies have had sex and died, you do it, inject the female with venom, temporarily immobilize her, and you go back to your boys and you're like, guys, that was incredible. You guys got to get some venom as quickly as possible.
Hurry up.
That was the best.
And how did they know that they possessed the venom at that time?
Exactly.
It's unreal, man.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable. It's so cool.
No idea.
All right, Front Page Sports is next. We'll talk about a couple of Vikings moves and much, much more after this on The Fan.
The Fan.
6:04. Happy Friday, everybody. 71 today. Then like 2 tomorrow, right? You okay?
It's fumbling those.
Are you all right?
I don't know why. They keep sliding off my head. There we go.
It's going to be cold tomorrow or Sunday.
I think tomorrow, I think, is going to be the colder of the two. I think Sunday's going to be okay,
no,
right?
Sunday's the colder
Sunday's
one.
the colder, but no rain on Sunday, right?
Yes, no rain on Sunday. Rain tomorrow, high 55. We drop down to 26. And then Sunday, sunny skies, but a high of 39.
St. Patty's Day looks good, right? 50s?
High 58. And sunny, we have some 40s and 30s the rest of the week, though.
But winter's over, correct?
Well, wait a minute.
I think
Is it over?
The fact we dodged this one, we should be good, yeah. Average high temp now is going to be 40 plus.
Paul, your hands up.
On Wednesday.
Yeah, are you on the Apple bit? With a chance of like 9 to 11 inches of snow.
What?
Yeah.
That's not for us. That's to the people to our left on the map.
Apple's right. Yeah.
Oh, this is next Wednesday. It says a chance, 70% chance of this coming Wednesday, 9 to 11 inches of snow possible.
Which we all...
I mean, in 2 days, that could be 40% chance of rain.
Yeah.
But
I trust Chris Schaefer
he
a lot
passed
more than I trust Apple.
Chris Schaefer passed.
All right.
Time now for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Yeah, thanks to Holiday Station Stores. 2 ring donuts plus a medium hot coffee. Get that bakery meal deal at Holiday for a limited time.
Hell yeah.
I want donuts. Every time I read this, it's like, I want donuts now. I want ring donuts.
Have you ever seen that old Vine where the news guy says the weather basically is going to be really cold and everyone is told not to go out unless it's absolutely an emergency, and they interview this lady and she just says, I wanted donuts. And it's pretty fun. So that's like you want donuts.
Okay. The Vikings are going to release center Garrett Bradbury if they cannot find a trade. Good luck there. 29 years old. That made a lot of sense as soon as we heard that the Vikings were going to sign Ryan Kelly, and they did. The Vikes would save a little over $3.5 million if they let him go.
More cap space and a nice upgrade because he, especially amongst the fans, so much over the years. There's times he's played decent, but he always took a beating, and he looked like, size-wise, technique-wise, it just wasn't working out. So
the thing that
not even as a backup, they don't want him. Obviously, salary cap implications. Would they maybe, after they release him, could they sign him back for cheaper? Who knows? But
the weird part is, I know this is probably your next story, Core, but you could trade Ed Ingram and you can't find a trade partner for Garrett Bradbury.
That's the money difference.
No, I know, but
and also, too, is right now they're advertising, hey, we're going to cut him, basically. So they want to do what's right for you. Seems like a good guy.
Yeah, but whatever, yeah.
They did trade right guard Ed Ingram to the Houston Texans for a 6th-round pick in next year's draft. Not even this year's, the 2026 draft. So the 2022 Minnesota Vikings draft class looks even worse. Not that it matters, because it's not like Ingram was playing well, but... Now your top 3 picks in that draft, first rounder, Lewis Seen. and your 2 second-rounders, Andrew Booth and Ed Ingram.
Yeah.
Not
That's
good.
the 2022 draft, not the 2012 draft.
Still no
3 years
extension
ago.
signed either, right? Kwesi has not been signed.
No.
That's
Yeah.
That's been my complaint all along, and I know it's not just him, and he's hit home runs on free agents, which makes me very, very, very excited for this year. But you set your squad back so far when you don't hit on barely any draft picks.
But I think the thing, though, is they have found a way to subsidize that by hammering this free agency period.
But
right?
it's not sustainable.
No,
Yeah,
it isn't.
for sure.
It isn't sustainable because you also signed all these guys in their 30s, right? A lot of these guys off their injuries. But it's a Band-Aid for a while, right? It'll work for a year or two. But yeah, to your guys' point, you have to draft well. And the 2022 draft should be shown to people who want to be GMs of what not to do.
Or, like I mentioned, even though this was the year before Kwesi, you have Christian Darisaw, and then everybody else is either gone or a bust.
Yeah.
And that was 11 picks in the 21 draft. A
Right.
couple good players in there like Cam Bynum and Pat Jones, but they're gone. So you have one remaining player out of 11.
Yeah.
And that's 4 years ago.
Yeah.
4. That's insane that we're
I'm
that
so-
empty from the drafts.
But I would say, to your point, though, about Cam Bynum, he got a substantial contract with another team. It's not like someone didn't make it to their second contract or got like a league minimum deal.
Yeah, no, nothing wrong with the pick, but obviously it doesn't help us now.
Correct. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. It's just, it's hard. Speaking of helping us now, still need a backup quarterback to J.J. McCarthy. And Gardner Minshew signed with Kansas City yesterday to back up Mahomes, a 1-year deal. He's 28 years old. So, I mean, there's almost nobody left.
It's got to be Flacco, basically.
Yeah. Or Cooper Rush.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I'd take Cooper Rush.
Yeah, same. He can win you a game or two. Or Aaron Rodgers.
Is Rivers still playing?
No, he's
having kids.
No, he's
He
older
is.
than John.
Andy Dalton? What's
He's
he up
part
to?
rabbit.
No, the Red Rifle, I think, is in Carolina still.
Yeah.
He re-signed somewhere.
Yeah, he's in Carolina.
What about Brett Favre?
He's in court.
Yeah, I don't think he knows where he is.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What about, is Brooks Bollinger? Can he still sling it?
I'm sure he can still sling it, but
Yeah.
Farrat.
Yeah, we've had some.
Spurgeon win.
oh man.
Did he pass?
They lost last night.
No, I
In
think
overtime.
Tavares passed. I think
Yeah, he
Spurgeon's
did.
still with us, right?
Yeah, Tavares did pass away.
Zach, I got your
Yes,
hockey
thank you
joke.
very much.
I got it. Speaking of Spurgeon and not winning, the Rangers won 3-2 over the Wild. In overtime, Goudreau scored about midway through the third to tie it at 2. Got him to OT, but it goes the other way in overtime. Gus with 28 saves. Up next, the Wild hosting St. Louis Saturday at 7.
Got a crucial point against a team that is about as desperate as any right now for points. So nice to at least get to overtime. Disappointing result, but happy about that point, and hopefully can keep this point streak going into the weekend.
That was electric. Mason Rudolph, another name we mentioned yesterday with Ben Lieber. Mason Rudolph agreed to a 2-year deal to stay with the Steelers. It's another backup quarterback option. There just aren't many left.
No.
And knowing,
They'll
too,
find somebody, though.
it said in the scroll that he is well aware that they're still trying to sign Rodgers
Or Wilson.
or
somebody else.
So
Who knows?
it's a good gig if you can get it, but
Yeah.
saying you are for sure the backup.
Well, speaking of Russ Wilson, he left the Browns facility yesterday without a deal, meeting with the Giants today. But everybody keeps saying the Steelers' return is not impossible.
The reason he doesn't fit with the Browns, he's been too good off the field.
Yeah.
He hasn't been arrested, hasn't committed any major crimes. So I
Maybe
don't
that's why he
think-
left. Maybe they sent him out and asked him to do better.
They sent him out. They said, "Go commit some crimes and
Yeah.
come on back."
Tell us what your thoughts.
Yeah, like a 24-hour purge.
Yeah.
Like, let's see what you can do. In fact, you're going to go visit with the Giants, so go wreak some havoc in New York City, and we'll see if we want you.
Like a gang initiation. Go up
Exactly.
there, come on back,
Whoa.
bring us some testicles.
Jeez. From rabbits or just like in general?
Don't know.
Sauce, walk us through the Players' Championship. What do we got?
Well, yesterday I watched a lot of the golf, and I've never seen a professional golf player play as bad as Justin Thomas did. But that doesn't matter. Rory McIlroy in our bet is 5 under. He's a few back of the leader, one back of the leader, which is Lucas Glover. There's like 3 people at 6 under, and the rest are 5 under. And my guy and Hawk's guy are terrible.
Good.
You have Corey Connor's Hawk or Core. He's 1 under. So everybody else did great
in the mix.
Yeah, everybody. And then the ghost Scotty Scheffler is 3 under.
Okay.
Yeah, good. Let's do this.
Yep.
Who cares? Who do I send the money to? It's a golf bet. That's what I'm used to.
Yeah.
Well, you can still have Scheffler win it and wipe it all away. See, that's why you have the ghost.
Yeah, and
now you can just cheer for Scotty.
Yeah. Which I am because
Does Scotty
my
know how
guy
to win?
sits over.
Scotty's too hotty.
Hey, how many yards away on hole 17 at TPC? How many yards away is the green?
I think it's like 125.
Okay.
25.
Just curious, because I wonder how many times it would take me to get it on the green. Because I'm not good at golf, right? I can hit it 125. If you had said like 200, I'd be like, well, I don't even know if I can get it there. But 125, obviously, I can hit it there. But how many times do you think it would take me to get it to land on the green?
I mean,
if you gave me,
it's 141. Sorry,
141.
Yeah,
I can do that.
That's to the pin.
Yeah. So to get it on that, I don't know.
Probably $1.15.
Yeah,
it's a good size green.
Yeah.
But if you gave me 50 chances, how many times do you think I would land the ball on the green?
5.
I take the under.
Really?
I think so.
I was going to say 13.
You get in a groove, though. That's the thing. Is if you're hitting a ball,
I don't know if I can hit it straight enough, and
you can't hit it straight.
I don't know, man.
Really,
I don't know if I could get it there 5 times.
I mean,
I don't golf.
Yeah, but
and when I do, it slices like crazy. Even when I get a hold of it and I launch it, it goes way to the right or whatever. It's
usually different with an iron.
Yeah, and
get yourself the iron, get to work.
How many times could you get it on there? Out of 50.
10?
You would get it more than that.
If you can only get it 10, then I'm way under 5.
No.
I'm like maybe once or twice.
See,
you're decent with your irons.
I haven't seen how big it is, right? Like, I bet Parrish could do it 30 out of 50.
I think Parrish should be 40.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Yeah.
Parrish is good.
Let's ask him when he gets there.
Yeah, Parrish. He's played it, too. I think.
Oh, has he really?
Has he really?
Yeah, I think with Dan Marino.
I feel
What a weird
good
sentence.
about
Yeah.
I bet I could do 20, 25. So I think you could
45.
probably do more than that, Paul.
Yeah, it depends. Because if I miss the first 5 or 6, I'll just quit. But yeah.
And I would take the over on myself too. I have confidence in that shot.
That's a good point. You're only allowed to swing one club and only bring one club. So if Sauce puts the first 5 in the water and the golf club goes in the water, then he's done.
Yeah, and
choked out a bit.
And the bit about this hole though is you have to get loft on it because it's got to go up and then hit and bounce and just kind of stop.
Yeah,
right?
I can't do that.
You can't just clip it out at it, or it's going to roll off every time. It's going to hit the wood. It's fun to watch, man. It's a beautiful golf course.
I watched that in person one time. It was something.
Yeah.
Mr. Z next. We'll do What Really Matters in a little bit as well. Parrish on his way. Marnie Gellner on her way. Morgan Wolf of Care 11 in a little over an hour or so. Initials at 8:15 with $86,500 up for grabs. What an insane number. It's going to change somebody's life. I hope it's not like a multimillionaire that wins it, right? Right? Like somebody just
We don't have any of those.
dirt poor. Dirt poor. 86.5. Let's go. More of the Power Trip after this on the Fan.
Join Muss and Miller Lite at Stacy Sports Grill in Stacy next Thursday from 5 to 7. Stop by to register for a chance to win a spot in the Vikings Golf Tournament. Get the full details now, KFAN.com, keyword golf. See you in Stacy next Thursday with Muss and Miller Lite.
Mr. Mussman. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Friday, Power Trip Morning Show. Lots going on in the world.
That's what really matters.
Some of it matters.
Let's start with Mr. Z. Hi,
that's
Mr.
right.
Z.
Sorry.
Hey, guys.
Good morning.
You matter.
Good morning.
Hi.
Novocaine comes out in theaters. Let's talk about Novocaine for a second. Those of you who watch the Amazon show The Boys, which is fantastic, Jack Quaid is in that show, and he is the lead in Novocaine, which is apparently about a guy who doesn't feel pain.
Yeah, it's the movie is a bit of a one-trick pony, but like I said, it's a good trick. The bit is it just starts out he's working at a bank, kind of a just normal guy. We find out that he can't feel pain. He has a neurological disease that makes it so he can't feel anything, and that becomes the bit because this gal he likes through multiple ways ends up getting kidnapped. He has to go save her, and he utilizes the ability that he can't feel pain to his advantage. And it's fun. It's not like a great movie, but man, I enjoyed it. There's a little bit of hard to watch factor sometimes because he doesn't feel pain, so he'll put his hand in a vat of boiling acid to grab a gun out of it because what does he care? So it's a good bit, and it's nice and short, and I found it very entertaining.
All right, 81% on your favorite website, Rotten Tomatoes, but the one that everybody's raving about, 96% for Black Bag with Michael Fassbender and Cate Blanchett.
Yeah, well, Black Bag is kind of a throwback, almost feels like a 90s movie, a CIA couple who, work for basically the CIA. And there comes a point where we're not sure if someone's being double-crossed or not double-crossed, and into that aspect. It's kind of fun, but it's not going to be nearly as commercial as, Novocaine. It's going a lot less theaters because it plays to a more mature, older crowd, more affluent crowd for Black Bag.
Oh, this is a Steven Soderbergh movie, too. I just saw that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's been around a long time.
Interesting. Pierce Brosnan's in it. 007 himself.
Wow. Black Bag.
Yeah, so we have a Looney Tunes movie this weekend coming out that you may hear about. That's kind of fun. That there's a real Looney Tunes movie coming out called I don't remember what it was called. The Day the Earth Blew Up, I think.
Choose the
So
nuts.
we might hear some buzz on that too.
What?
Oh, like an actual animated Looney Tunes movie.
Yeah, Porky Pig, Daffy Duck, the whole bit.
What? I haven't seen one commercial
It was
for
going to be
it.
a Warner right before Warner realigned everything, and they kind of stopped doing all their. I know there was some buzz. You guys might remember talking about the Wile E. Coyote movie. They got shelved. This is another one that another company has picked up and is releasing it. So it's actually, aside from trying to get used to the voices, where there's no Mel Blanc like there was 50 years ago. So yeah, there are Looney Tunes movies out there as well this weekend.
Wow. Yeah, okay, there you go.
That's crazy. 0 times I have seen a trailer for that movie.
Not at all.
Yeah.
It's a small company. They're just hoping word of mouth gets out there and it gets a little buzz. I think the YouTubers or the TikTokers might have seen some trailers if you're watching that sort of content. But yeah, they aren't on quote unquote TV like it used to be.
All right. Anything else we got to know?
Next week is Snow White, so that'll be interesting to see what happens with that, and then we get into Minecraft in April finally.
That Snow White trailer looks brutal. I don't know what's going on with that movie.
we'll talk about it next week.
We'll see.
Good to have a lot of good things to talk about.
You're the best, dude. Thanks.
Bye.
All right, bye.
All right,
There he
Mr.
goes.
Z.
That's him.
Yeah, Black Bag looks good, man. 96%.
90 minutes. Like
In and
90
out,
That's the runtime. And Soderbergh was asked about it this week or something. He commented, like, there seems to be a trend now, movies getting way shorter, which is probably a good thing, right? I mean,
Our attention span is shrinking.
What?
Yes.
It is crazy that an hour of White Lotus or an hour and a half of a major motion picture, right? It's just an hour and a half felt like an eternity in 1994.
Yeah.
Now it's one episode of a show that we like. Strange. Whatever. All right. What really matters? Scores and stats around the world of sports. In between, Chris will change your life with something else. We'll start with Wild News presented by Catalyst and CatalystSupplyCo.com. If you're a Twin Cities contractor, boost your build with Catalyst. Thanks, Catalyst. The Wild lost to the Rangers in overtime 3-2. Hit that point, though, like Zacho mentioned. Thanks to Freddie Gaudreau, who scored midway through the third. They have the Blues tomorrow at 7. What really matters, though, is this.
They got the Blues.
No.
So sad. You waiting on me?
Sure.
All right. One of us. Here it is. Nah, it's dumb. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that either. Oh, yeah, here we go. An Indiana-based developer's plans to transform a vacant property in the heart of downtown St. Paul is taking a significant step forward. Somebody's going to put $130 million indoor property in downtown Central, by the Central Station block in downtown St. Paul.
To do what?
It looks like they haven't revealed exactly what they're going to build yet, but it's going to be 300 market rate apartments and 10,000 square feet of ground floor retail. 10,000 square feet ground floor retail. That's good. So they're putting stuff in downtown St. Paul now.
Well, people need to live downtown for it to stay relevant because
right.
the weekends it gets dead.
Yeah, I like that old city, man. I like walking around down there.
I do too.
You spend much time down there?
I do. And
Yeah.
that's 15 minutes from my house. I'm on that side of town, so it's great. CHS Field, Lower Town's awesome, and
Lower
then
Town's
obviously
so
up
cool.
by West 7th, up by the X. But yeah,
It's the best.
People need to live down there, get that foot traffic going, and then it will bring it.
And they
back to
are.
life.
I mean, they keep building those 5x1 apartments, and I mean, what has been built on West 7th, even the last 5-6 years, has been crazy. So
just the middle of the city that needs some love.
Yes.
They turned that old Pioneer Press building into apartments, and I went in there looking around one time. What a cool old building, man.
Yeah.
I love it when they take those old buildings and don't tear them down. They just kind of repurpose them like that.
Right.
Super cool.
Casino.
Hey, I tried, man. I tried to make Blocky
Sure
into
did.
a casino when I was in the legislature.
He did everything he could, and we let him down.
No.
I take it personally.
The Twins season opener is just 13 days away on Thursday, March 27th, when they are at St. Louis at 3:15. The first 6 games of the year are on the road for the Twins. The home opener is Thursday, April 3rd against Houston. Yesterday, they were up 15-rip on the Pirates before the Pirates hit a couple of home runs. The final score, 15-3. The Twins scored 15 runs. How many home runs did the Minnesota Twins hit yesterday?
You're asking, so it's got to be very high or very low. I'm going to say 2.
I'll say 0.
13.
2. I like 2.
0 is the correct answer. 15's a lot of runs without hitting a home run.
Yeah, it is. Small ball.
Small ball.
Is Gardy back?
I don't know.
Brilliant.
What really matters, though, is this.
Speaking of small balls, where's my rabbit? A 13-year-old Boy Scout went missing in Yellowstone Park in 2001 for over 18 hours.
Jeez.
He was lost. He couldn't find anybody, but he's a Boy Scout, so you know what he does? He takes his belt buckle and he reflects sunlight on a small passing plane. The pilot spotted it, called in help, and the boy was rescued.
Being a Boy Scout saved his life.
Taking it to the next level, the pilot in the small plane was Harrison Ford.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, about that.
Doesn't he have problems landing planes, though?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he didn't pick him up. In fact, he got a job for American Airlines. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Goodness.
Was the co-pilot Chewbacca?
I'm looking at it right now. Doesn't look like it, but she is pretty hairy looking.
Oh.
Just a hairy sumbitch.
Sauce, yeah, you watch Shrinking on Apple TV,
Yeah,
so you watch a lot of Harrison Ford. Do your best Ford impression.
He does.
The Wolves host Orlando tonight at 7 o'clock. The Wolves have won 6 straight games, and again, 11 straight when Julius Randle plays.
Hell yeah.
Which is really cool that it's all coming together. Maybe they found their peak at the right time. No, again, they had a lot of injuries. Weren't overlapping, right? We didn't have the whole band together, but now we do, and they're playing out of their minds. Orlando also is coming off a back-to-back because they played last night in New Orleans, despite they did win 113-93, and Paolo Banchero had 34 points. But let's hope they're tired because they are just getting in.
Is it 15 games left about?
What did I say? 38 and 29? Yeah, give or take. Sure. We're in that range.
Keep the pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
Let's make it another fun spring.
You got to get out of
exact
that
range.
Playing.
Yes.
What really matters, though, is this.
Voice actor Tara Strong was recording crying noises for her character Dill Pickles on Rugrats.
Oh.
The producers had to stop her because her crying was so real that she made one of the women in the production studio lactate.
Sick.
Oh, my God.
That happens?
Why do you have to stop?
She only had one shirt.
Yeah.
It's voiceover work.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, if your shirt is soaked, keep talking.
Right.
You got a job to do.
Yeah, my
nobody can
underwear
s-
drenched.
Human body is weird, man.
Why are your undies
I
drenched?
sweat a lot.
All it takes is crying to.
Yeah, haven't you seen that
Yeah, dude.
Office episode
Yeah.
where Kevin keeps crying right into Pam's chest, hoping to make her lactate?
I have, but I didn't think that was real.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dudes can't lactate.
Give
What
me a
about your
shot.
buddy C Cups?
Oh, maybe I could milk those things.
Challenge accepted.
I'm going to cry right in front of him.
Former Vikings wide receiver KJ Osborne agreed to a 1-year deal to stay with Washington. He was a 5th-round pick of the Vikes in 2020. The Commanders claimed him off of waivers in December, but he's going to stick around for 1 more year in Washington. That team looks like they're loaded up, too.
Yeah, they're good, man. That's going to be a good team.
Trending the right way. Look, you just get rid of Dan Snyder and everything starts falling into place in Washington. What really matters, though, is this.
Chick-fil-A was first sold at Waffle House.
Really? I didn't know that.
Waffle fries at Waffle House.
Man,
Those waffle fries.
Son of a
yeah,
bitch.
so good.
Give me that
The-
Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yeah, the Chick-fil-A breakfast sandwich is perfection. Just the piece of chicken and the biscuit. A plus.
A little cheese on there.
Sure.
Give me a Diet Coke.
If I was more of a forward thinker, I would bring seasoned sour cream to Chick-fil-A because those waffle fries would be fantastic with the seasoned sour cream.
You're not a Chick-fil-A sauce guy?
It's fine,
Yeah.
but just seasoned sour cream is
Outstanding.
just the cat's ass.
Yes, it is.
What were we saying there, Echo?
I haven't tried this sauce yet. Is it good?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to give it a go.
They have
Give
good
it a
Diet
go.
Coke there. They have
Yeah.
good Diet Coke.
Really good Diet Coke.
Really
yeah.
good Diet
Yeah.
Coke. I'd say now
Elite.
it may be better than McDonald's sometimes.
Sometimes
it
yes.
is.
Not all the time, but sometimes
Pure.
yes.
It seems more pure.
It's more consistent than McDonald's because
Oh.
McDonald's is almost always good, but like Chick-fil-A always knocks it out of the park.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A
They
is
do.
great.
Yeah, man.
Ba-da-ba-da.
And they say, when you say thank you, they say, it's my pleasure.
And it is their
Yeah.
pleasure. You can tell.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Yep, you can tell it's their pleasure.
That's so weird. They've never said that to me. Maybe they don't get any pleasure out of giving me food.
Maybe they know you're
You
the
say
devil.
thank
Yeah.
you, they say get bent.
Or they know I'm on Team Canes.
Yeah, that's a good
I got an email from somebody the other day going, look out, McDonald's is bringing chicken strips back. Good. I'm like, first of all, I don't own Raising Cane's.
Right.
And number 2, I don't think Tiger Woods was nervous when some young kid started playing golf.
Right.
Right? You got to come for the king, you better chop his head off.
Yeah.
Good luck. Team
Shoot
Canes.
those nuts off.
And Cane's
Yeah.
pretty much ran chicken selects out of business. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so swing away,
slacks.
McDonald's, swing away.
Forgot about those, yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
the snack wraps are coming back from
A+.
McDonald's.
I'm going
this
to tell you
year.
right now, those sons of
A+.
bitches are for real.
I
Oh,
can't
those are
wait.
great.
Those
yeah.
things are for
The
real.
snack wrap?
They better be
Yeah. Oh,
99
so
cents
good.
again.
I've never.
I bet they're not.
So
They're going to
good.
be like $300.
Oh,
Who
not
cares?
not in today's economy.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So good.
More of what really matters after this on The Fan.
The Fan.
Hey, welcome back. Power Trip Morning Show. Friday the 14th.
Pie Day.
Yeah, I'd take some pie.
Yeah, I love pie.
It's this jazzy little bit that you're playing. This makes me want to sip a Northland martini
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
in a jazz bar.
Deep 7, man. Band out of St. Cloud. They play some jazz.
Nice work.
Yeah, this is great.
I thought this was Squirrel Nut Zippers for a second.
God, you love them.
I just like the
one
name.
song, yeah.
No, I don't even like the song. I just like saying the name. Same thing with Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
Yeah, terrible.
All those bands from the 90s. All right.
I like the band Rabbit Nut Eaters.
Sure.
Wow.
All right, let's do more of what really matters. I'll do scores and stats and sports garbage, and then Chris will tell you something else that's more interesting.
If you were not listening to the first couple of segments, you have no idea what.
Yeah, you just think Hawk's having a fit, as Hawk would say. But up.
All right, this isn't really news. This is just an observation in sauce. This is a chance for you to talk draft because I want to make you happy because it's Friday.
I appreciate that.
You know, a lot of people think this is a very bad quarterback draft.
Yes, sir.
Here's what's weird is I've seen mock drafts now that have Cam Ward going number 1, right? I'm sure you've seen plenty of those.
Of course.
I've seen mock drafts that have Shedeur Sanders just hanging on at the end of the first round, right?
Yeah.
Going somewhere in the late 20s. Mel Kiper's top 5 quarterbacks, right? His rankings, he has Shedeur Sanders number 1.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm bringing it up is think of that range of opinions that Cam Ward's either the number one quarterback or Shedeur Sanders might not even be a first rounder. But Mel says Shedeur Sanders is the number one quarterback in this draft. That much uncertainty without like a consensus number one guy, even if they're wrong, right? Almost every draft, this is the best quarterback, right? Like Caleb Williams last year. Caleb is the best. I think right now, if we redrafted, everybody would take Jaden Daniels instead.
100%.
But last year, it was a consensus. Caleb Williams is the best. That's why he was the no-brainer to go number one.
They kind of had the top three nailed
Drake
down.
May,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Now, we don't even know if the guy who is Mel Kiper's number one, if he's worthy of being a first-round pick. And he might be the first pick, and he might be the 27th. We have no idea.
It's going to make
what
it
the hell is going on.
It's going to make it much more entertaining to watch. I'm more excited to watch this draft because of the uncertainty.
Sauce, who goes first, Ward or Sanders?
I think it's going to be Ward, and I think Ward will go to the Tennessee Titans. I think they will end up taking the quarterback number one. The weird part about this draft and this quarterback class is if you rewind about a year ago and people were looking forward to the 2025 class, you thought Carson Beck of Georgia would have a much better year. He was awful, and I think he was banged up. You thought, it's Quinnen Ewers, the quarterback from Texas, would have a much better year? He did not. So that's two guys off the top that did not have good years that you thought a year ago today, Carson Beck is the clear-cut number one pick. He's not. He went to Miami and got two of his cars stolen, right? So there you strip those two off the board. And there's a lot of people that love Shedeur, but he played behind such a terrible offensive line and overcame that a lot. And then you have the other people that are like, if it was, Brian Johnson, thank you, that maybe he'd be a second or third round pick, right? So the quarterback drafting is terrible, and that's why the Pittsburgh Steelers are in such a tight spot. Because normally, like last year's draft, if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers, you just find your way, and it's way tougher than it is to do. But if you get up to the 8th or 9th pick, you trade a bunch of draft picks, right? You're not going to do that for Jackson Dart,
Brown,
who's going to be there in that range. So it's a weird drafting class.
And is the Dion factor playing into Shedeur?
Well, I think the Dion factor is playing into it because about 4 or 5 months ago, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure he won't play for Cleveland. There are like 3 teams he doesn't want to play for, and I think as it gets closer and they have their pro day in Colorado and stuff kind of starts to come back to the draft after all the dust settles on the free agency, I think that'll start percolating again where he just won't play for these teams. And there's also these other guys that think that some of these guys that are picking, like Brian Dable, saying, well, why would I pick him when I'm going to get fired and they're just going to bring his dad in? There's also that factor. So we'll see, though. That's what makes it so intriguing and fun.
Yeah.
But what really matters is this.
You think somebody would hire him to be a head coach in the NFL for real?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think Dallas was close, but I think that would be, that's partially the plan, that where he goes is a place where the coach is already on the hot seat.
If he ended up coach of the Vikings, it would be very tough for me to cheer for my favorite team. He's unbearable.
KOC will be here for 10 years.
I hope so.
Oh, yeah. KOC is one of the best coaches in the league.
There's such thing as a duel, obviously, between folks. Alexander Hamilton. But there were, I should say, duels between 3 people, and they were called Truels.
Oh.
Truel, Truels.
I think I would have guessed Thruel.
Yeah, me too.
I think I would have put an H in there.
Yeah. I would have as well. They
like
did
a
not.
thruple.
Yeah. Yeah. Who shot Alexander Madison? Or was it, who shot Hamilton?
Aaron Burr?
Yeah, Burr.
Isn't that the
and
famous?
He was the vice president. Yeah. Crazy.
You see that in some of the Westerns where they'll shoot 2 people at once.
Yeah.
Smoking guns, just
pretty cool.
Back
You
in the
gotta
holster.
pull that smoke wagon.
Oh,
yeah.
God, what a film.
Is that what he says?
Yeah.
Meat wagons? Smoke wagon?
Smoke wagon.
Yeah, smoke wagon, yeah. Pull my smoke wagon.
Yeah, that's, what's his face? That he says that to Billy Bob.
Dana Carvey.
Yeah, Dana Carvey.
The Vikings on Thursday added veteran tackle Justin School.
Yeah.
Originally a 6th-round pick of the Niners in 2019 on a Vanderbilt. He's spent the last 3 seasons with the Buccaneers. He looks gigantic.
Big dude.
He started a few games last year.
He sure did.
Yeah.
Yep, 17 games 17 in each of the last 2 seasons and 5 starts. So a couple of starts in there.
Is he left or right tackle?
He's huge.
I think he's both.
He can be both, which is ideal.
Swing position. Yeah.
It says he'll provide depth behind tackles Darrisaw and O'Neal.
Yeah.
Love it.
Don't know which one he prefers, but he's a gigantic man. He looks gigantic. Go ahead.
It's just to reiterate what you guys have been saying all week. It is so nice to see that after the season, it's like, hey, we need this and we need this and we need this. And we have a front office and a team and an ownership group that is allowing it to be fixed.
They have the most expensive offensive line in the league now.
And that is what we need. That Vikings Seattle game was airing last night on NFL Network, and of course I watched it.
Oh, yeah, you have to.
And just watching it with hindsight, you can just see I'm so excited for this team now.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
I just looked at a picture of him and it's like, that guy looks like a giant. Then I just looked up the numbers just because I'm like, let's verify how gigantic this dude is. 6'7", 315.
That's a huge bitch.
Jeez.
So our offensive and defensive lines, that's got to be 1,600 pounds of beef we've signed this week.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, that's great.
We got the meat.
All right, Chris, sorry.
No, we got the meat. I like it.
What really matters is this.
One of the greatest movie characters of all time, and I know you've said this, Corey, is Rambo.
Oh, yes, Rambo Wales.
The film
Which
came out.
one?
The first one? The second one?
which
the third
character?
one, the fourth one.
Man, how about the one where he traps them in their house? How great is that one, Hawk?
I like the one where they draw first blood.
Yeah, that's a great one.
I like the idea that the sheriff made him leave town, so he killed everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
So John Rambo, one of the great movie characters of all time.
so
What about
good.
John Rambo again now?
Rambo Wales.
Never
The
seen
film
it.
came out in 1982. Here's what I didn't know. The film was based on a character from a 1972 novel called First Blood. I didn't know there was a novel.
So they have to pay the author?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was happy.
Damn right.
Yeah,
So,
maybe someone will make a movie called Still Standing. Huh?
Let's try this
That'd be
quickly.
awesome. They
So,
should.
Sauce, I didn't go to high school with you, but help me out here. One of my buddies at Chisago was named Ryan Rambisek, so we called him Rambo.
Yeah.
But we can't just stop there.
No.
You'd probably call him like First Blood or Guns.
Yeah.
Then what?
Yeah, or Bandana because of the this
Bandana,
bit.
yeah.
You'd call him what is the missile arrow when he shoots the arrow? Then you'd just call him Arrow. Then you'd call him Bow. It would just go down the line, right?
So what would you settle on?
Probably Bandana. Bandana's a good nickname.
And then just Dana, I bet.
Yeah,
I bet
then
you would end
Dana,
up with just
then
Dana.
Ban.
And then like Gilda Radner.
Yeah, then
and
you just
then Rad.
Then you'd call him Lover, and then you guys would move in together.
Yep.
Eventually, you'd forget what his real name was.
Yeah.
More proof your friend Will doesn't exist.
No, he does exist.
I agree
no
with you.
way.
And if he does, you hate him.
Yeah, you
I
were
do
never
not hate
close
him.
with him.
I love Will. Yes, I was.
What's his nickname?
Buckland.
That's his last name. That's not a
that's
nickname.
what we called him.
You
Doesn't
never
matter.
called him Bucky or Lynn. You never even called him Lynn, and then you Loretta Lynn, and then Loretti.
No, we didn't call him Loretti.
What really matters is this.
Man, I'm going to watch the Rambo trailer.
Don't.
Rambo's trailer.
Yeah.
I bet he blew it up.
Yeah, I bet he did. God, that was a great film. The second one's so good.
I realized it's not on my list, so I just added it.
Oh, you've never seen it?
I've never seen it.
You've never seen Rambo?
I know.
Dude.
This is why I have the list. It's because there's too many I haven't seen.
You're going to say that movie's great, but that's one of the greatest overreactions to being thrown out of a town in the history of film.
Yeah. The second one's even better.
Or maybe I think it was warranted.
He
Yeah.
basically
Yeah, right.
he saves the world all by himself in the second one.
Well, somebody had to do it, bitch. I'm sorry.
How about the
get
part,
upset.
Hawk, where he gets stuck on the side of the plane?
Yeah.
Great scene.
Yeah.
God, Rambo is so great.
There's some greatness to it.
He fights the war topless.
Well,
That's perfect.
You don't
Yeah.
want to hold back the chest of his?
No. God, it's
Am I
such
right,
a good
Zach?
film.
Yeah, baby.
Isn't Stallone like 5'1"?
Where is he?
I don't know where
thought he
went.
was sitting right
Back
there.
Yeah, I think if I took my prosthetic legs off, I would be taller than Stallone.
He gets captured. He saves himself.
He gets glass bottom boats.
Yeah, he does. He yells Murdaugh or
He's
whatever that guy's
shirtless.
name is.
He's shirtless again.
Yeah.
See?
That Nintendo game was possibly the worst of all time.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Friday the
Rambo Nintendo
13th
game?
and that are,
Yeah,
terrible.
it was terrible, yeah.
Corey, did you ever play it?
I don't think I did. No.
How about the
You
scene
didn't
where he
miss a
hides
thing.
in the mud? That's badass.
It's great.
Yeah, it's a great flick, right, Hugs?
Yeah.
Yeah, the montage of him getting ready for war is great.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm going to watch that film tonight.
Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Sly.
Hey, John, is this an Army issued uniform?
Nope, he is not following Army Regulation Manual 670-1.
He doesn't have a shirt on.
AR 670-1.
Yeah, and
he
he's
is
just-
not in compliance.
Do you know why they allowed him to not wear shirts in the Army?
Why?
Because every time he put one on, he ripped it
Yeah, good
with
point.
his big...
What I love too is that's a M60, which is the modern version of that is a 240 Bravo machine gun. Fires a 7.62 millimeter.
Encore.
Very heavy.
Brilliant.
And because of Rambo, no matter what, you always try to do that. And it's impossible. Tim Nelson did it briefly, but it's not something you could just hold on to. Yeah, at the range one time, he was holding it with one arm and firing.
Like Rambo.
Like Rambo, but you can't do it for as long as Rambo because that sumbitch is heavy.
Hawk, remember when you and I, this is a true story, we went and saw Rambo in 2008?
Yeah.
That was a great film.
Great film.
It's super graphic, but it's great.
Yeah, they kill a lot of soldiers.
Yeah, he's pissed. He's saving people that have been kidnapped.
He doesn't want to have to do it, but somebody's got to.
Right? Yeah, they
Somebody's
drag
got to.
him back in.
Yeah, they drew first blood.
Yeah, Hawk cried at the end of the film.
I can't help it. I love
Yeah.
seeing people die.
Yeah. What?
Amen, brother.
Wow.
Ducks often bob their heads to signify moods or emotions, but they also cannot walk without bobbing their heads.
Ducks eat for free at Subway.
Great bit.
Yeah.
They can't walk without bobbing their heads.
It's the way their body's made.
They just got to rock, man.
Yeah, they got to rock, man. They're always like very agreeable.
Good for them.
Yeah.
What a nice attitude.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Ducks.
Yeah.
All right, opposite of ducks, here's some bad attitudes. You guys following the DeMarcus Lawrence, Micah Parsons battle? This is hilarious. Chris, you know what I'm talking about?
No idea.
Check this out. So DeMarcus Lawrence spends 11 years in Dallas playing for the Cowboys. Just signed a 3-year deal worth $32.5 million with the Seahawks. He's getting interviewed by a Seahawks blogger. Hey, what are you doing? What do you think about Seattle? Why'd you pick Seattle? And DeMarcus Lawrence says, a change in scenery is always good, but Dallas is my home. I made my home there. My family lives there. I'm forever going to be there. But I know for sure I'm not going to win a Super Bowl there, so we're here.
Wow.
So he basically is like, I can't stay in Dallas. We ain't winning there.
Yeah.
Right.
So Micah Parsons goes to Twitter and says, this is what rejection and envy look like. This some clown S.
Wow.
Wow.
Then DeMarcus Lawrence fires back on Twitter and says, calling me a clown won't change the fact that I told the truth. Maybe if you spent less time tweeting and more time winning, I wouldn't have left.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a great comeback.
Yep.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So it sounds like those guys really got along.
Yeah,
man.
they're buddies.
They are not on the schedule against each other in 2025.
That's too bad.
What really matters, though, is this.
Grapes explode if you put them in the microwave.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Prove
Let's
it.
do that.
Yeah.
Somebody
let's do
buy
it.
some grapes and let's go to the break room and give it a shot.
Water interacts with the wavelengths of energy from the microwave. After a few seconds, the radiation from the microwave and the plasma in the grape react together, and it causes them to explode.
I have an abnormal amount of anxiety over the last, year or two as like the kiddo started to do a lot of microwave stuff on her own.
Yeah.
And you know that she knows like the 3 or 4 things that can definitely go in a microwave.
Yeah.
But every time you hear that thing go off, you go, what did she put in there?
Yeah.
Does she have a fork in there?
Yeah.
Right, she's 11.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why I get so anxious about what she's putting in the microwave.
You got problems.
Yeah.
Welcome
I
to the club.
just picture like
Wait.
just an absolute piece of glass just shattering.
You can hear that from downstairs?
I have a ring cam in my pantry just so I can watch the microwave explode.
I have a ring in my
Pantry, not
pants as well.
panties.
Well, okay.
Why, you want a ring cam in my panties?
I mean, somebody'd pay for it.
It'd be boring.
Yeah. I mean, Hawk
Hawk
did try to get upskirts of you and you denied him.
No. You got to pay for that.
Yeah, he'd pay you for that.
What really matters is this. Was that my turn? That
That's
was your
your turn.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, I have one.
Go.
Diana Rossini tweeted 49 minutes ago. Aaron Rodgers is intrigued by the possibility of playing for the Vikings. And the Minnesota Vikings are seriously discussing the possibility of adding the 4-time MVP.
I don't buy it. I completely buy the first part, by the way. Of course he wants to play here. Out of the Giants, the Steelers, and us, we're the ones that are the most locked and loaded.
To your point, there is zero. It's not zero. But why would he want to go to the Giants and stay in the New York media and play for a team that is picking third and terrible?
No, he's going to end up with the Steelers. They got DK Metcalf. They got Pickens. He's going to go there because he can start there. He's not starting here.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
we got JJ.
He's not signing here if he's not starting.
Exactly. So he can want to be here all he wants.
I don't know, Creasel.
Yeah,
I don't want it. Do you, Chris? Do you want it?
I think it would be exciting.
It would be great for this.
It'd be exciting.
I don't think he's the best. I don't understand when people say if he's on the team, this is a Super Bowl contender because of that.
Right.
I watched a lot of football last year. I know he threw for 4,000 yards and almost 30 touchdowns on one leg, but it's not the same guy, but he throws like he is in his upper 20s again.
Hi, buddy.
I just don't. And if JJ's the guy, this is the time. He's ready. And if he's not ready now, he's not going to be ready.
Yeah, I don't know if he is. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'll leave it up to the guys. But I'll tell you, if they decide that it's worth it, I'm going to believe in them.
I mean, I will. You have to.
And geez Louise, if they see enough in him to sign him and bring him here, despite everything you just said, then they see something. And imagine what it'll be like.
Yeah.
Imagine him sitting back there and just picking it off. Bam, 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 bam. Which one do I want to throw it to?
You'll have some amazing stories,
And
that's
we will
for
have
sure.
ratings through the roof.
Yep.
And we'll have him on the show. And we'll become best friends, and we'll do darkness retreats, and we'll diddle each other.
Your mic's on.
And there it is.
Yep.
The news is next. Mark Parrish is here. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.